The Marines have attacked Egghead Island. Hello One Piece enthusiasts, I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about One Piece chapter 1090. Well, finally time, the Marines attacked Egghead Island, everything is going right according to what we all expected. The Marines would attack, Luffy and the others would try to escape, and well, that's what's happening. Vegapunk will find a way to somehow get rid of the Frontier Dome. Rob Lucci, on the other hand, is still loyal to the world government. Now he's sending signals and status to them so that they get the upper hand. As for the situation of Kizaru and the Marines, well, they cannot technically attack until the Frontier Dome is open, and well, even after that, there's still a lot of mess to deal with, like with Sentomaru and whatnot, the ships. And what you've got all the hassles for the Marines. Point being, it's gonna be a rough, pretty well, drawn out battle. It's gonna be a drawn out battle. Either I could see this being a very drawn out battle where we see the Marines and the Straw Hats colliding for a while. Luffy actually goes up against the Gorosei if the Gorosei is actually strong, and we'll see something of that. Or what we could see is Luffy beating Borsalino, like he said he would, and then we move on to the next arc. Well, as to, what could happen, could be anything. It could literally be anything, but from what I can see this being quite a rough battle. Considering the situation we're in, I would expect this to be a drawn-out battle, because when the Frontier Dome opens, Rob Lucci will turn his back on the Straw Hat. Of course, it was just a strategic alliance. Whatever happened between them versus the Seraphims, it was all strategic. There was nothing permanent. And, well, now that could create some problems. And as for the Marines, they're definitely not going to let things go that easy, especially considering what, Vegapunk did, researching the Void Century, whatnot. Now, yeah, there is a clear-cut confusion of what Borsalino would do with Sentomaru, because they're both friends, and well, Borsalino can't just, do something reckless to just get rid of Sentomaru, because of course that goes against his code of conduct, or whatever his justice is. So, of course, the Gorosei wants everything out of the picture. He needs to minimize damage. He just needs to get 3 things, and that's all he cares about. But people he's working with, not really. No, they don't really care. So that's pretty much all I had to say about the situation. Now, as for where we're going next to Elbaf. In fact, the plan after this is we're heading to Elbaf. I'm going to make a future video on this. I'm going to make a future video regarding where the Straw Hats would be going, if it is going to be Elbaf, the possible storylines, the possible plot points, whatever it could mean for the story. And I feel like, yeah, something to think about. But that's for a future video. As for the next thing to talk about, it's definitely one of the female characters being a spy. Or being a fake. At first I thought it was Robin because she's injured. And of course, the reason I say, a spy is because Katarina Devon is most likely on Egghead Island, because the 2 other members of Blackbeard's crew, like stated before, are on their way to Egghead Island, what we saw a few chapters back. And one of them is definitely Katarina Devon, who can impersonate people. As it could be anyone. They can impersonate literally anyone perfectly, including their devil fruit powers, because of the 9-tailed fox fruit or whatever it is. So, point being, it's entirely likely that, yeah, she's probably cloned someone else from the Straw Hat. Even if she didn't. Alright, that's fine, but an infiltration is a possibility. I thought it was Robin because last chapter we saw her missing. She's back, Robin's just injured, and that's why we didn't get to see her last chapter. Now, like typical Oda fashion, nothing happened. But one thing that could happen that caught my eye, Luffy commented on how Bonnie is being more cheerful. Bonnie is suddenly now acting very normal and is acting very optimistic. Whatever this could mean is that I'm not going to get into a separate video regarding who Katarina Devon is now copying, but in my opinion it's Bonnie, because Okay, it makes sense that Bonnie gave up on killing Dr. Vegapunk because she probably got to know some secrets or whatever, whatnot. I doubt it though. I really, really, really doubt it. Yeah, Bonnie did see Kuma's memories, but I don't think that's enough to justify all the reasons as to why she shouldn't be pissed at Dr. Vegapunk. In fact, we've got nothing of the revelation whatsoever. We got nothing of the fact that, okay, Bonnie got to know about Kuma's history, and now she needs to confront Dr. Vegapunk regarding whether or not things are true and what her reaction was. I doubt Oda would show us something like this, something this huge of Kuma's backstory, why he became a world government slave from being a noble to a revolutionary. The transformation is insane, and for us to just glimpse off of that a little bit and not get any reaction out of the only person that cares about Kuma that much, I mean, not the only person, but you know what I mean, the closest connection to Kuma, I feel like that's a little underwhelming. And to come to conclusions this quick is not something what Oda would do to a character who is in conflict. Now, of course, yeah, we did that thing with Yamato and whatever, whatnot, but that was very different. This is very personal. This has been built up for a long time, and I feel like there has to be some sort of a payoff, some sort of a reaction for us to basically come to a resulting conclusion that, yeah, Bonnie probably now does not care about Dr. Vegapunk. Instead, she wants to focus her efforts into rescuing Kuma. But that has not happened. In fact, she's a lot more optimistic. She wants to get out of the island. She wants to join the Straw Hats, all the same as before, but I find it creepy. And if Luffy figured it out, if Luffy has a hunch regarding someone changing their personality, I think this is serious. I think you guys should keep your eyes on Bonnie for now. That's the most interesting candidate I want to see, I can see thus far. Now, as for the fights, Luffy probably fights off against Kizaru. It's about time he faces an admiral, shows the world what he's capable of, and we actually get to see legitimate power scaling. Rob Lucci wasn't a fair fight. Of course, Rob Lucci was never a fair fight for Luffy. Kaido, okay, yeah, it was a very pretty unfair fight for Kaido, definitely. Luffy didn't get to show off from ground zero to gear 5 versus an opponent who started off fresh. I feel like this is the best opportunity to prove himself and gives him a next challenge, a boost forward for his fight against whether it be Shanks or Blackbeard or whatever. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and peace.